Hola, buenos días, amiguis. Today is Saturday and it's early in the morning. Well, it's not that early. It's the morning. And I have some catching up to do this weekend on my reading. I have book club coming up and I'm currently not even maybe a third of the way through our book club book. So I really need to do some reading this weekend. We're reading The Poppy War for our book club, which big R.F. Kuang stan, but I haven't read this trilogy. So somebody suggested it for a book club and I was so excited because I've had a copy for months now that I've been meaning to read. So this is my chance to actually sit down, read it, and I'm loving it so far. Really, really good, but I've got a limited timeline now. I've got a deadline, so I really need to hunker down and finish it. But my friend and I are gonna go visit some bookshops today. It is Independent Bookstore Day, which is super exciting. I missed the Austin book trail a couple weeks ago. So I saw that a lot of the indies around town are doing stuff for Independent Bookstore Day. So my friend and I decided to pop by a few and check them out, support them. I do have a couple of books that I want to get. I can't resist when I stop by bookshops picking up a book or two for my physical TBR, which doesn't need more books added to it, but like, it's fine. Yeah, we'll see what we pick up today. I'm also just ready for the chill bookstore vibes and probably getting like a little coffee pastry to go along with it. And I think some of the stores are doing fun things and having like some little perks for Independent Bookstore Day. So I'm excited to check that out as well. So yeah, we'll see how many bookstores we can hit up and how much reading I can get done today. Hello. Oh, this lighting is horrible, but I just wanted to give a quick update. Indie Bookstore Day was very successful. We managed to hit up quite a few bookstores around town. I got some books, got some treats. It was a good time. And yeah, just always happy to support independent bookstores, shop local, let's keep bookstores alive. Speaking of independent bookstores, I am a part of a book club at one of my local bookstores and we're meeting tomorrow. I managed to finish the book club book. This is not the Poppy War book club. This was a different book club. I was listening to the audiobook and I just finished it. And yeah, I'm going tomorrow, but we're also doing a potluck. So I have to make something and I decided I wanted to make a dessert that has to chill overnight. So I'm going to try to work on it tonight. It's like 9 p.m., but it is what it is. I'm going to try to prep it, get it all ready for tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully it turns out okay because I don't really have a backup plan. But, you know, fingers crossed. Let's make some cheesecake bars. Hi, it is Sunday night and I'm just like kind of beat from the weekend. 2 book outings plus a little extra on the side. It was a lot for a weekend and I'm just kind of exhausted right now. I was trying to read my book and I was just like nodding off because I'm so tired. But in the Poppy War, it's getting so good. It's been good, but like the stakes are getting higher and higher. I'm very locked in. I want to keep reading, but I wanted to give y'all a little recap of the bookstores that we went to yesterday. So the first bookstore that we went to was First Light, and this is a really cute bookshop that opened up not too long ago. It is in the Hyde Park neighborhood, just north of campus, and it's located in what used to be an old post office. And I actually used to live literally like 1 block away from this post office. Like, it was a post office that I used when I lived there during college, so it's really kind of cool to see. This neighborhood is really cute and it's like tucked away there, and I really am a little salty because I would have loved this little hangout spot if I was still living there, or like if that had been there while I was living in North Campus. You would have had to like drag me out of that place every day because it's so cute, and it has a coffee shop, which is why we started out the day there. And they have some pastries that they sell there, but they also had a little pop-up bakery shop for Independent Bookstore Day, and they were sold out of a lot of things, but I did get one of the things that they had left, and it was a sesame scallion scone, and it was delicious. It was just the little sweet treat I needed along with my latte to start off the day. It was so good. And this place is very popular. If you go like on any given day, it's kind of hard to find somewhere to sit because they have like little tables outside and spaces to sit. But on this day, it was like especially poppin'. So we did manage to find a seat, but after like 30 minutes of hanging around and waiting for somebody to leave so we can take their spot. But it was very popular. But yeah, that was a nice start to the day. And then we headed to our second stop, which was a new to me bookshop, and I think it's relatively new in Austin as well. It's called Birdhouse Books, and it's very cute. They have a lot of like queer books and a lot of things for children as well. When we got there, they were having a drag story hour, and there was like a lot of kids watching and being read to, and it was very cute. So we were just kind of perusing, and then that ended, and then they were handing out champagne to all the adults. It was very nice, and I did get one of the books that I wanted to get at this bookstore. Then after this, we headed to Black Pearl Books, which is one of my favorites in town because they always have like all the very specific things that I want to read that I have trouble finding at other places. Like, for some reason, Black Pearl Books, usually they have at least 1 copy. So yeah, they haven't done me wrong. And this is a very tiny bookstore, but like I said, they're very well stocked. And they're Black owned, locally owned, and they were having like a couple of fun things for Indie Bookshop Day as well. Yeah, we didn't spend a ton of time here because it is so small and because people were like popping in and out. It got a little crowded in there, so we perused, my friends got some things, and then we headed out to our 4th and final book stop on the day, which was Livre Books, which was also a new to me bookshop. And this one was very cool because it's a used bookstore, I believe. Yeah, I don't think I saw any like new copies of anything. It was all used books, and they have like very niche and obscure things. One thing that I really liked about this bookstore was that they had a whole Latin book section, just books about Latin America, and they also had a lot of books in Spanish. So I think I will definitely be frequenting this bookstore when I want to look for books in Spanish. So that was cool. And then they also have a lot of like really random things and like rare books that they have in a special section in the back that's like a little closed off area for like the rare specialty books that are like thousands of dollars. So that was really cool. We spent some time perusing that store. There's a lot of cool hidden gems in that one. Then we called it a day. I feel like Indie Bookstore Day was successful. I went to some of my favorites, went to a couple of new ones, and yeah, I'm just really thankful for Austin and for the community here who's very enthusiastic about reading. I know it's not like that everywhere. Some towns are like, it's nice if you have like a single bookstore in the town. I know my hometown of Laredo is like that. There's a single bookstore, and like independent ones have tried to open up over time and they just like can't make a profit and they have to close down. So I am just really thankful for the Austin community that we're so gung-ho about our love for books, and that was very evident yesterday. So yeah, it's just nice to be out and about in community with other book lovers in independent bookstores supporting local. And today I went to another one of my favorites, and I think by far like all of Austin's favorite book people, because that is where my book club was, and they, like, as always, it was very busy and I think they were having like a poetry reading today. So yeah, they're always doing fun stuff for different days and like having fun perks and different events. They have great author events. So of course, Book People is another one that I definitely recommend in Austin. But yeah, book club was fun and successful, and I am now back. I think I'm just gonna finish off the evening with trying to get some more reading done. I've made some good progress. I'm more than halfway through The Poppy War, which is really good progress, but like I only have a few days to finish that up, so we'll see. Hopefully I can finish before my other book club later this week. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. But first I have some orders to pack. Mother's Day is always a very busy holiday in the shop. I have a shop where I sell like paper goods, and usually they're like Latina inspired. So yeah, all the Mother's Day and like grandma cards are very popular this time of year. So I'm gonna pack some orders and then probably just call it a day. Cozy up with my book and try not to fall asleep. Try to get some more chapters in. But yeah, this was a very successful indie bookstore day weekend. Okay, I'm back. Before I wrap this video up, I wanted to just do a quick little haul of some books that I got. Some that I had ordered before, and then some that I got yesterday at Indie Bookstore Day. I'm making it sound like it's a lot of books. It's really just 3, but I thought I would do a little mini haul anyways. The first book that I have here, and you know, usually I try to, like I've talked about before, not buy books and instead check them out from my local library, which is how I consume most of my books and audiobooks via Libby. But you know, if I already know that I am going to love the book, or if it's a book that I've read and liked, then I'll buy a copy. Or if it's like a book that I'm really anticipating and I know 100% I'm gonna read and probably enjoy, I'll buy it. So these are in that category. So the first one is Harriet Tubman Live in Concert by Bob the Drag Queen. I am a big Drag Race fan, and more specifically, I'm a huge Bob the Drag Queen stan. I will consume anything Bob does in any form. Such a talented queen, such a talented person. And just, yeah, I'm so excited for them venturing into being a novelist. I've heard them talk about this book on their podcast for a long time, and I'm so excited that it's finally out. And yeah, I'm just excited to dive into this. I know it's gonna be great because Bob is so fun and hilarious. And this book is about Harriet Tubman. Obviously, it's part historical fiction, part like speculative fiction because it's about Harriet Tubman, but specifically she is telling her story through a hip-hop album, which I think is so fun, so unique, and I'm excited to read this and just have a good time with it. The next book is Sunrise on the Reaping, of course, the new Suzanne Collins book, part of the Hunger Games world. This is Haymitch's Hunger Games story. You know, I don't need to explain this to anybody. If you know the Hunger Games, you probably have either read this or plan on reading this. The movie's coming out later this year. I know just from seeing like the early reactions from people that this book has broken a lot of people. Yeah, I've just seen a bunch of reactions of like people crying, breaking down, and like I'm excited, I guess, but also scared, but also ready to dive into Haymitch's story. Love Suzanne, love the Hunger Games world. I loved Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I kind of want to do a reread of the original Hunger Games trilogy because it's been a really long time since I read those. I feel like now as an adult living in today's world, I'll have like an even deeper understanding and appreciation for the themes of the Hunger Games. So yeah, I don't know when that'll be happening, but it's something that I would like to do eventually. I always say I want to reread books, and then I'm like, my TBR is so long though. I don't know when I have time to reread stuff, but that's, you know, on my mind as a possibility sometime soon. Okay, and the last book, sorry, it has an ugly sticker on the front, so I want to take it off before I show y'all. I hate stickers. Stop putting stickers on books. At least this one is like removable. Sometimes, you know, it has like those fake stickers that are actually just printed directly on the cover and you can't take them off. That is my enemy. This is so annoying though. I'm like, this one is a real sticker, but it's so hard to take off. I'm gonna like ruin this book. Oh my god. I should have just left it on there. Now it's like so ugly. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try to cover this up with my hand. But the final book in this haul is, of course, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. This is the newest Emily Henry novel. And yeah, of course, I had to get it. When I first started reading Emily Henry and realized that I really, really loved her as an author, I purchased some of her books in paperback because they had been out for a while. People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Lovers. And then once I started catching up and reading her new releases, I was like annoyed because, you know, they come out on hardcover first and then it's like 6 to 12 months down the road they release a paperback, and I just prefer a paperback over a hardcover. And I wanted to get, since I had the books that I had of hers were paperbacks, I wanted to just have all her books in paperback, but like I can't not get a new release right away, you know what I mean? Like I could, but I want to get my hands on it as soon as possible. I love Emily Henry. I want to read her books as soon as possible. So I've just resigned myself. I'm going to have some of her books in paperback, and when a new one comes out, I'm probably going to get the hardcover. It is what it is. And now this hardcover is ruined, actually, because of this ugly-ass sticker. Look at this. Why? Anyway, yeah, this is her newest book. It's about two competing authors. I love a two-author love story. Beach Read is my #1 Emily Henry book. So hopefully this has some of those vibes. But there's also like a mystery about an old heiress. I don't really know much. It sounds intriguing. I know that The Last Great American Dynasty, the song by Taylor Swift, was an inspiration for the song, so that's very interesting. And it's Emily Henry. I know that I'm gonna love it. So yeah, I have some very good books now in the lineup, in my physical TBR that I'm very excited about. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all before actually wrapping up this video. So thanks again for being here. Like, subscribe. I am such a fake YouTuber. I never say that in my videos, but like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, amigos.